Do I feel like Valkyrie was the best pick for LAN? And to that answer, I will say no. I think Valkyrie made the game. So there's some pros and cons. I have some pros about the Valk comp and some cons about the Valk comp. I think the Valk comp with playing Valkyrie, I think that might have been the most amount of endgames that I've been in LAN history. If you watched us throughout the entirety of LAN, for the majority of games, we were endgame. We were in endgame almost every game. We would get to round 5 almost every single game. And that was a very, very strong benefit of Valkyrie. The way we played Valk and the way Valk worked at LAN was insane for us in terms of placement. The problem with the comp, so that's like the benefit of it. Valk created a lot of placement consistency for us. A lot. We were extremely consistent in placement points throughout the tournament. We were consistently in endgames every single fucking game. I think statistically, we might have been one of the top placement teams. Don't quote me on that, but let me look. There are stats somewhere here. So when we look up the team stats, right? And we go to FURIA. If we look up top 10 finishes right here, top 10 finishes organized by most to least, we were 4th overall in the amount of top 10 finishes we had. And when we look at top 5 finishes, we were also 4th overall. We were tied for 3rd technically. So we were the 3rd out of all the 40 teams at LAN. We were tied for 3rd place for the amount of top 5s that we had, which is really good. And then top 10 finishes, we were 4th overall. So this proves that with the Valk comp, you can consistently be making it to endgame every fucking time. Every time. And I liked that a lot of LAN, when it comes to LAN, everything is super unpredictable and rotating, filtered by average placement. Average time we died was 7.6. So overall, our average placement was 3rd best in the tournament. Our average placement when we would die was 7.6. So we would, on average, die in about 7th place, which is the 3rd best average at LAN. So, I mean, that's like really good. And like, there's a gap here. We're actually even close to Aurora and Alliance. It's only 0.3 and 0.4. This is 4. We go pick up food? Okay. Like, look, from where we're at to 5th place with Go Next, that's a 1 whole placement. It goes from 7.6 to 8.6. The good thing about the Valk comp is it guaranteed us getting good placement every single fucking game. Like you said, in terms of placement, we were the 3rd best team at LAN. The problem that sucks with this comp, so that's the positives of the comp. It guarantees so much placement consistency. It guarantees so much endgame consistency, which is very nice to have. It's very nice to have. And that's the other thing, is by playing Valkyrie, we just hover edge for like the majority of the game, looting Evo caches. So we guarantee you're going to get purple every game, which at LAN, the difference from blue to purple is astronomical. Insane. In some games, we were even getting red. So yeah, so that's the benefit of the Valk comp that I really liked a lot. I had no worry, or like, I wasn't having to overthink macro too much at LAN because Valkyrie just gave us free macro every time. It guaranteed us free Evo every single time. And guaranteed purple. The problem with the Valk comp is that it has no endgame sustainability. So we're essentially just getting to endgame every single time and just dying. We're just getting to every single endgame and just dying because we're not running Rampart. We don't have sustain. So in endgame, every time when you get to endgame, every team would just bubble Newcastle Q stagger and then just set up fucking Rampart walls. And us as a Valk team and not having Rampart There's literally nothing that we could do.
Welcome back.
Yo, all right. Thank you for the prime for 27 months. Welcome back. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, man. That was the biggest problem with the comp, is it got to endgame, but you could do, it was extremely hard to convert. The comp required you to play so well and so perfect and be opportunistic of any sort of thing. And we started to figure it out towards the end of the tournament, but it was a little too late at that point. We also had some misplays in the group stage, so we were trying to figure out how the lobby played out. So in the first group that we played, you can see we dropped 53 points, which was a great start. But in the group after, we only had 21. It was not a good group. And the reason why that was, is in this group, we were actually able to, there was not, we didn't, like, JMO did not account or take into consideration the amount of edge teams that were in each group. We did not, we never had that conversation, ever. So the problem, what went wrong is that in this first group that we played, we were just roaming edge every single game, and it was pretty fucking free, and we would just rotate it. The problem when we played groups B versus D is we went in with the exact same mentality, but this group had a fuck ton of, it had a fuck ton of edge teams, and we just kept clashing infinitely with edge teams. So I need B versus D. Maybe I can show you guys an example of what I'm talking about. It was like the E district games in this group were like really bad from us. So if I pull up Atlas, oh my god, this is loading like fucking AOL. How is this slow? So we walk forward. It was VP, you're right. The zone's closing. TL, there's a whole rock that blocks this LOS, and we could have just dropped into here and safely played into this ditch. Zone is closing, and VP has to push us. They burned their bubble. I called it. We had second bub. They burned their bubble and Newcastle wall early. We bubbed and walled, and then when they ran at us, we just lost the fight. Two of them slid right into me, and I pumped one for 90, and I just instantly died because one just swung behind me for free and killed me. Let me see if I can show you it. We should not have lost those. And it's these kind of like not winning these fights is like having these how did we lose that situations is insanely bad. Look at this. I got fucking screamed at for this, by the way. I'm playing the wall. We're all peeking the same exact angle. You can see all of it. The problem is I tanked a hit from this rampart. I got full focused here. I got hit 90 from the rampart, and this Gibby swings to the left. The Gibby swings to the left and pumps me fully in the side to the Eva, and no one's looking at it. Would it have been bad to just slam them there? What do you mean? He did. What do you mean slam them there? Oh, you mean like right here? Yeah, I mean, counter slamming him is not awful. I don't think counter slamming them is the most awful idea either, but it's also my Gibby ult and zone is closing. And the problem there too is I got yelled at so hard at LAN for this, and I don't even feel like this is like my fucking fault. I did the exact same thing that they did. You can see me peeking here with gun shield. I pumped Rampart for 98. The Rampart hits me, and Gibby full pumps me in the side, and because no one's there, you know, like, and then Keon fucking, we get the knock, and Keon jumps over the Newcastle wall and runs at that guy and dies. Look, Keon jumps over our wall and he runs at that guy when he's in zone. Like, just playing this fight better. I don't know. We just like, there's just so many fight scenarios where it's just like, how the fuck did we lose that? And if we won that fight, we would have been just fucking, this would have been a really good game. I don't know. Or it would have been a better game at least. I saw two people sliding at my right and sliding to the right, and he was behind us. It was a 2v2. If Keon stays, that's a different fight. I'm not sure why he jumped over our Newcastle wall and runs at him.
But like, if we were in a position to take advantage, fucking shotgun.
Like I said, I made some bad calls this tournament, but I also made some really good ones. For example, going here, these guys didn't originally want to go here. So here, we'll listen to the comms here. So we go to this UAV. So you heard me calm before that.
Unless somehow a fucking nut is free, then we're gonna Valkyrie take one. That's one guy
Chris,
holding
we're
that.
holding.
I'm down at
We,
Valkyrie,
we
kill
could
that.
boost at it, no?
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.
Can we get this juice first?
No,
That'll get hurt.
no, take advantage of
Okay.
the fucking UAV info.
We're like trying to stall here when we don't need the UAV info, or we don't need the Evo cache right now. We just saw that a nut is being held for free on a UAV, and the guys kind of like wanted to keep rotating, and things could change in that moment. In the time that it would take for us to go hit this Evo cache and then maybe come back, or hit the Evo cache and go here and Valkyrie to that spot, can make the difference from another team taking that building. You never know. And that's when I just call, like, no, you're stopping what you're doing. You're fucking driving right to this nut and taking it.
Well down here then.
Here, we might.
And then fucking...
No, because there's no angle no one can get.
What do I do?
They should soon. We're good.
Wait, they Lobo ulted my armor, bro.
That's what they were doing. I probably should have thought of that.
Yeah.
You notice how he calls that out? And look what happens when he looks at me. Look, I just stopped moving. I'm just standing there like, are you fucking serious? You can't see it because the camera wasn't on me, but I literally took my hands off the keyboard in that moment and I was like this. I was doing that.
Yeah. Well, GG's did.
I think you actually might be fine. Only because...
Is there like a box anywhere that we could heal?
No. I don't think anyone died out here or anything.
Oh my god.
That's really fucking...
We just gotta laugh about it at that point.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I literally called it was a Lobo and I still did it. That's just my fault.
Wait, who just got franked
Close,
close?
close, under us.
Wait, actual?
Somewhere, yeah. On the back.
No.
This play that I make is insane, by the way. You see, dude, this play I made was the giga play. Look at my fat ass. These guys are all fucking Vax and Keon are holding positions. My fat ass is in that fucking bubble with a fucking arc star cock in my fucking hand. Everyone in this car is fucking dying. I sprinted into that fucking bubble with an arc star in my fucking hand. I knew in this moment, I was like, this is our one chance to get Keon a fucking armor back. I'm getting the fuck in that bubble. Insta stuck it, and dude, I wish they had my POV of this. I fucked this team so bad. I did so much damage.
Keon's armor has arrived!
On your next bubble.
It's on the car!
No.
Okay, something I'm not trying to... My mental for this LAN was a lot better than it has been historically. Like, I feel like even when we were doing bad, that my mental was still... Which is something that I put a lot of effort into improving on. Yeah, and I want to say that too. By the way, my confidence this LAN was the highest I think I've ever had. By the way, I don't know, because what I think happened was it was a lack of experience for me. I feel like my IGLing, my fight calling, and everything across the board for me was way more confident this LAN than the others, even though we didn't even do as good this LAN overall as we did last LAN. Now, I mean, technically in finals, we did a hell of a lot better, right? But, I mean, last LAN in Germany, we got 5th in group stage, which we got like 13th in group stage this time. And then we got fucking, what was it? 3rd in winner's strain? You know what I mean? No. We got 3rd in winner's group in Germany. This LAN, we got 13th in group stage, and then we got 4th in winner's bracket. So technically, we didn't even play as good this LAN as the last LAN. But having the experience of the last 3 LANs, because you got to understand for me, chat, this year was the first time I have been to LAN in like 3-4 years. Because... What is this?
Taking a picture of me and my nipples are hard.
Congrats on the, your salary just got reduced.
Unlucky.
No, Max,
mine.
not you, because your nipples were reduced. Furious sees that your nipples are hard, you get like a pay reduction?
Very careful here.
You get a pay reduction every time you get aroused.
Dude, I'd be broke.
Another back here.
You'd be paying to be on the org.
I know. Especially with Keon on the team.
Damn right. Little bit of pumping.
Oh no. I was shitting on people.
Oh, dude. I wanna die.
You actually just see our whole POV the whole time during the pause? Oh wait, you do see my POV. Dude, oh my god, thank god it's my POV. Watch this last fucking... Look at my damage here, dude. I just fucking owned those noobs. And then they went up. We still lost this fight, man. We should have won that fucking fight. How much damage did I do this team? In this fight, I was at 1420. I did 550 damage in this team fight. I did 550 damage to Shopify. What the fuck?
Res. I think without me, I'm dummy in the open here. Ready, back? No.
Literally almost 1v3, but